they're just going to be hitting Ketramose. Right? What's up, everybody? I'm Super Beast GN. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing an Omen Path Planeswalkers deck. And the whole reason for this, that I wanted to play this deck, is not because of the Planeswalkers. We all know I love to play Planeswalkers decks, but I saw this card called Chosen by Valgavoth in the new set. Enchanted creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to the enchanted creature instead. When seeing this, I immediately thought Ketramose. It's indestructible. It's got lifelink. I mean, obviously the lifelink doesn't work unless it's doing the damage, but it's still like adding the +2/+2 to it is pretty awesome. And we really don't we don't care about putting more auras and enchantments on it. You know, like just the fact that if the opponent attacks us, we get no damage done to us. It's all done to Ketramose, and Ketramose cannot die to damage. So that was like immediately what I thought. But then I thought, like, what kind of deck do you put that in? I mean, you can make a whole deck dedicated to that, but then if like the opponent just ends Ketramose or, you know, finds a way to get rid of it, you're just kind of screwed. So I wanted to kind of add it as a utility to another deck. And if we're using Ketramose, the best thing to do, I think, in my mind, is Orzhov Planeswalkers. And we still do, even though Wizards is not printing a whole lot of Planeswalkers these days, we still have a lot of Planeswalkers that are still standard legal in this time. And we have the Kaya's Spirit Justice, which is another card that exiles. It's a good way to exile creatures and all that. We also have the Elspeth, which all the Planeswalkers that we're using today do make tokens, so that's pretty good. Elspeth will double those tokens, put some counters on them. So we're not playing very many creatures. We are playing Ketramose, but we are not playing any other creatures other than Ketramose. So, since we're making those tokens, putting the +1/+1 counter on each creature is pretty good. And making Ketramose +1/+1 and flying is pretty good. We can also destroy stuff with mana value 3 or greater with Elspeth. So always use that if you can, because that's value right there. We have the Ashiok Wicked Manipulator. It's quickly become one of my favorite Planeswalkers since its release last year. And yeah, I mean, it makes the tokens. This makes even more tokens with Elspeth, so it makes 4 tokens with Elspeth. Also nice to be able to look at the top of your library and pick a card that you need, or to pick a card that you don't need. I'm sorry, we have to remember that with Ashiok, we're picking the card we want to get rid of. We don't want, but sometimes you want to pick the card that you want in exile too. So there's also that. But Ashiok Wicked Manipulator, one of the best Planeswalkers ever, I think. We also have Liliana Dreadhorde General, and this one is a scary one because I've said this before. We can deck out with Liliana on the field with the sheer amount of tokens that we make. If we just decide to like board wipe, or if our opponent decides to board wipe, we could be drawing a lot of cards, and sometimes that's good, but not if we have like 30 creatures on the field. You know what I'm saying? We'll draw half our deck, and then we just fry. Little tear coming down our face. Other than that, though, if it's early in the game, or when you don't have a whole lot of creatures out, it's pretty good to be able to like make your opponent sacrifice 2 creatures. A lot of this deck revolves around not destroying creatures and just exiling or making your opponent sacrifice like that. We do have ways to destroy creatures, though, and with those cards, these are Ultima, which destroy all artifacts and creatures and end the turn. I put this in here because in case my opponent has an artifact deck, the Simulacrum deck, any kind of artifact deck, this just shuts them down instantly unless they have a counter. And I would assume that you would know as a viewer, everything is unless they have some kind of counter. You know what I'm saying? So Ultima is a great card, great board wipe. We're going to be running a lot of board wipes in this deck, just because we have the Planeswalkers. If you're playing a Planeswalkers deck, board wipes. That's just the way it goes, because you can make more creatures, especially if you're plussing to make those creatures. Plussing a Planeswalker to make a creature is god tier. There are some Planeswalkers out there that minus to make a token, but we're not using those. And they're not even in standard, I don't think. We have the Deadly Cover-Up to get rid of other things that we don't want to see more of. Another board wipe. And the new Villainous Wrath, which will make our opponent lose life equal to the number of creatures they control and destroy all creatures. And just in case our opponent wants to hit us with a man land or just something that needs to be exiled, we have Not on My Watch. Exile target attacking creature. Also, Exorcise is here for exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. And we get to exile things. It's mostly for enchantments and artifacts, but if we have to exile a creature with power 4 or greater, we can do that. And then, of course, the Rest in Peace, which shuts down the graveyard decks. Well, actually, pretty much everything in this deck shuts down the graveyard decks because we are exiling a lot of things. Rest in Peace will make sure that they aren't able to even get one thing from the graveyard. And Rest in Peace just, you know, if a token would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, a card or token, exile it. So, yeah. And it exiles all graveyards. Something that Leyline of the Void does not. We could have easily put Leyline of the Void in this deck, but I wanted to make this deck as good, as competitive as possible. Anything that had a certain drawback, which Exorcise does have a drawback, it is a sorcery. Anything that had a crazy drawback, like, which I think is a drawback, Leyline of the Void doesn't exile the graveyard, the stuff that's already in the graveyard. So you draw that late game, and your opponent's a graveyard deck, you're just kind of sad about it. You know, you're just, oh, okay, well, you know. And I do think Leyline of the Void is a really good card, and I love that card. But if you're not having it in your opening hand, it's just hard to look at, you know, sometimes. So let's be honest about the card. It's a great card if you get it in your opening hand, but if you draw it, if it's the first card you draw in your game, it's just, it feels bad, man, you know? That's just the way it is. We also have The End in here, the exile things, and other things we don't want to deal with later. We also have the Day of Judgment. I didn't think I had to talk about the Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment, destroy all creatures. I mean, it's just a good board wipe for 4. And then, not playing any manlands. I didn't think we need them, but we are playing the Demolition Field. The reason I'm not playing the manlands, honestly, I never want to use my mana to attack with a manland when I'm in a deck where I want to play my 6 mana thing, my 5 mana things. Because once you get to the 5 mana, you attack with your fortress, whatever. They exile it, they destroy it, and now you're down a land. And I just didn't want to put myself in that situation, even though it's a pretty good card and it probably would work really well in this deck. We have ways to gain life. We have ways to attack our opponents. We really don't need the Restless Fortress. But if you build this deck and you want to add it in your own version and tell me how that goes, that's awesome. Yeah, be my guest. That's why they're called deck builds, because they're never really done. They're never really finished. You know, like there's always a variation you can make on them. And that's what I love about this game. It's all about what you like to play. What's your preferences? And that's good. You know, like some people want to play one card, some people want to play a different card, and that's what makes the game great. So, if you guys want to play the Restless Fortress, I say I don't think it would hurt, but if it's an early card, like we only have 2 Concealed Courtyards in here. If it's one of those early lands, like let's say you have it on turn 2, you just drew it or something, you want to play it early. Now you don't get to use the Not on My Watch. You know, it's just if you draw it late game, it comes in tapped anyways, as opposed to the Godless Shrine, where you could just pay the 2 life and have it enter untapped. And then, like, let's say that's turn 5, and now you can play your Villainous Wrath or your Ultima or whatever you want to play. Otherwise, you get that on turn 4. You get that Restless Fortress on turn 5, facing down like a mono red deck. That could be the end of you. So there's pros and cons to the card, and I would say it's not necessarily a bad card in this deck. It's not necessarily a great card in this deck. I don't think it needs to be in the deck, which is why it's not included. So just in case you're wondering, the Concealed Courtyards, we only have 2 of them because it's just I don't want them late game. You know, I want to if I get them in my opening hand, that's fine. 2 of them, I'm probably not going to see them often. So by the time I do see them late game, I'm probably already going to have my 5 mana to be able to use my board wipes if I need to. So that's the thinking there. And then we have the Bleachbone Verges. We do have the Godless Shrines are playing swamps, so they will turn the Bleachbone Verge on. We have plains and swamps. 24 lands in the deck. Please make sure if you're playing this deck that you have like 3 lands in your opening hand. Don't keep a 2-lander like I do sometimes. Do as I say, not as I do. Sometimes I just do things for science. But let's get in the games. I just really want to see how Chosen by Valgavoth does with the Ketramose, and just, you know, whatever. We'll see. I know it's not a lot. I didn't want to put too many of these in here. The original version of this deck had 2 Chosen by Valgavoths, but I decided to just put 1 in there, only because if we only have 2 Ketramoses in the deck. If we draw them without a creature, it's pretty sad. If we put that on a creature that is a token, it's just going to end up dead, and then we don't get the infinite value on it. So I have one of these in here, and 2 Ketramoses. So that's it. That's the deck. Let's get into the games and see how this deck does. Opponent goes first, but we're going to have to mulligan this. Okay. Sure. Only because the Ultima is probably more valuable in the long run. Kaya's Spirit Justice. Alright. One more land would be probably amazing. Screaming Nemesis. Always. Uh-huh. Exile. Forever. Okay, we need one more land, preferably a plains. Would be nice. Four mana. They play nothing. I'm gonna hold the Kaya. I'm gonna the end whatever comes out. Okay, never mind. That's fine. They probably have some choices to make. Get rid of that, my friend. Sheltered by ghosts. Well, I don't really care about that, right?
I like a good fight. Notice I didn't say fair. Keep calm and stay focused.
I'm gonna keep that. And then I'm gonna exile that. And they can kill the Kaya. That is fine. Because they can put two... Well, no, they can't. Eh? No. They can get it down to 1. But they would take the Kaya if they use those, right? So... I think we're okay. We have Day of Judgment, too, so we can get it back. We can get it back. Lost my side, Leo!
I'm going for a walk. Alone.
Okay. We're going to make 2 tokens. Alright, so... We have another Ashiok, too, so we really don't care. They could use all their sheltered by... We're down to 13, which is kind of... Getting a little low, but not, you know... Not the lowest. Could be lower. Sheltered by ghosts, sure. Oh, okay, this is what you love to see. We're in a Day of Judgment. They want to save it, they're going to have to play something, which means they'll be tapped out. Okay. And Day of Judgment. Do that. Do that. And just like that, we're back, baby. Grease Wrench Goblin. Good game. No, don't go. I have an Elspeth too, by the way. You want to stay in the game, Mr. 27? Alright. Go like this. And let's go like this. Nice! And let's go like this. And let's attack! Nice! You are muted, my friend. Alrighty. What do you got? Sheltered by ghosts. Awesome. I don't think that's going to save you.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much just giving up at this point, right? Boom, boom. You can kill them both. That's fine. Alrighty. Let's do this little number. I think we're going to take that. I think we're going to make a couple of these. Make a couple of, well, not make a couple, but you know. And then we get to, oh my god, dude. This is dumb. Alright, your go, my friend. There you go, Sudoku. Opponent goes first. This is the thing I hate about utility lands, though. They always end up in your opening hand. Honestly, this is not going to work for me. We're going to mulligan. That's better. And we get rid of one of those. Uh-oh. That's fine. I mean, should be fine, right? We got the Day of Judgment. Leonin Vanguard. We have plenty of board wipes too, so. Okay, we're gonna take one. Maybe we can get a knot on my watch. No. Yeah, we will get to the Day of Judgment. Don't worry. Hopefully. Okay, they're only doing 2 damage. Alright. Alright, good. We have what it takes. We have what it takes. It seems like they don't have any more creatures. Otherwise, I feel like they would have played them, right? Probably a lot of Sheltered by Ghosts in the hand. Okay. Make a token.
This will be child's play. I've got questions. You've got answers.
They're gonna Sheltered by Ghost the Kaya. Vanishing Light. Oh, that's worse.
Ah! This can't be how
Rune
it
Lurker
ends.
Bat. Elspeth.
More heroes for the cause.
Alright. Healer's Hawk. Absolutely. Actually, you can attack that. They kill one of these. They can save that stuff, but with some kind of like protection spell. What are they doing here? Looking at the healers, Hawk. Probably. I don't know. Leaving that back. Restoration magic? Okay. Make some zombies.
Don't speak ill of the undead.
Oh my god, it worked. Alright, cool. Awesome. Opponent goes first. We have white, we have black. Not on my watch. We just need to draw some lands. Okay. Yeah, we'll try it. We need any lands now. I want to be able to exile their graveyard, you know? For each creature you control. Okay. Enters tapped, and now we have double black, double white. Very good. Mm-hmm. Let's rest in peace. There we go. That Valgavoth ain't coming back from the graveyard. Unless they kill this. This turns off my deadly cover up a little bit, but... Artifact. Alright, there we go. That's why Ultima is important. Mm-hmm. We got the Demolition Field. We can destroy this. Okie doke. These are very powerful because if they get that out, this becomes a thing. Oh no. Okay. Exile. Maybe I should have saved it, but... whatever, we got more. Take action... Black. Get rid of that. Now they have nothing. Oh, they have Rip. Rip Torn. Mm-hmm. Kill that. Get on out of here. Maybe that wasn't the right choice. I don't know. Definitely don't want them getting the Valgavoth out. Damn, son. That's going to be a freaking board wipe right there.
I welcome
Awesome. Uh-huh. And make them fly. That is enough to block the Valgavoth, too. And they can't quite summon the Valgavoth yet. They need one more mana, and it needs to be some kind of source of black. Yeah, let's do this. Why not, right? Oh, come on. You go first. Okay. Godless Shrine, enters tapped. We'll see if we can get to... Well, we need to draw the mana, though. Which is kind of horrible here. Like, a lot of our stuff is just high mana value. So maybe keeping a 2-lander probably wasn't good. Starting town. Sure. The Gobbledygooker. Okay. Can enter tapped. We did draw the land. Are we going to draw lands in a row, though? That one dies, so... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, if they attack with this one... No, because if they play the... I feel like they're going to play the Una at some point. They can. They have the starting town. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just kill that. Kill everything. Kill everything! Let God sort them out. Kill them all. Metallica. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's see what you got in here. Do you have a Una? No. People aren't using Una anymore, it seems. What's this one? Okay. Lumbering World Dragon. They have the Tanic in their hand. Artifact. Have Warp. Alright. The 3/5. Power 4 or greater. Alright. Make some tokens. Just start making tokens, you know, that's all. Oh, that was that easy. Wow. Okay, cool. Opponent goes first. Exorcise. Exorcise proving to be not as good as Not on My Watch, but if we need to get rid of an artifact or an enchantment, we have that option. We'll keep. We have 3 lands. Just need a white land. White mana source. And, yeah. Oh, Sagittarius Chocobo. Sagittarius Chocobo. Tifa. Okie doke. Spring Bloom Druid. I have to do it this way because this is a sorcery. And kill that. All right. we have the end. We have Villainous Wrath. We just need to get there. We'll save it. We're gonna save it. I'm gonna wait and see what they do. Okay, I'm waiting for them to tap out because they might have protection. The end. They're gonna protect it, and then we're gonna the end it next turn. We have too many the ends. We can use them. They got to protect it because they don't want to. They definitely don't want to lose all of their Tifas, right? They already used one. Oh, the Hydra. They want to protect the Hydra. What is wear down? Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay. And they. Oh, because it only gains indestructible. All right, cool. Works for me. All right. We have two the ends, so we can definitely use them. Get rid of that. Don't want to get hit for 3. Reach, trample, indestructible. Well, that's useless, isn't it? I don't have any more, but I had to get rid of it. Alright, we just need one more land. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. Villainous Wrath. They want to protect it, they can. Alright. I'm wearing you down. Huh. Get rid of your 2 creatures, my friend. Liliana is here. And she is taking absolutely 0 prisoners. Liliana cha-cha-cha.
I do quite enjoy necromancy.
I'm not going to rest in peace just yet, just in case I want to get rid of all their Mossborn Hydras with a deadly cover-up. Alright, now we start ticking away at their health. Oh my god. Honestly, I think we just look at the top card, right? Kaya seems good here, but I think the Exorcise is actually better. Or is it? No, it's not. Because we can still exile their thing. We have to target it either way. This is indestructible. The end. Get rid of all those. Okay, so in case you're wondering, the reason I'm not making the 2 tokens with the Ashiok
An undead end.
is just in case I have to board wipe. I don't want to deck myself out. So just in case you're wondering.
Nothing phases me.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get him, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Exile a card. Well, be Fabled Passage. They can't use it from the graveyard because I know they have the Ice Till in there. I have 3 Planeswalkers on the field. Oh, hello. Hello, my friend.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking
Target creature you control. Yes. And then exile that. Let's get rid of the bone. Get the deadly cover up. And let's attack. With Liliana on the field and a Ashiok getting cards from the top of my deck, it is going to be easy to deck out here. But I don't... Okay, we got it. Good game. Opponent goes first. We got the Ketramose. Nice. And the Chosen by Valgavoth. Okay, let's keep this and see what happens, you know? Enters tapped. Concealed Courtyard. Here comes the Rest in Peace. We have the Not on My Watch for attacking creatures. We have the Ketramose. And now it's time. We can Not on My Watch the Bloodletter if we need to. Okay. So now all damage that would be dealt to me is dealt to Ketramose. And Ketramose is indestructible. So there's that. They will still get the lifelink, though. And we win. There we go. Opponent goes first. We have the Godless Shrine. Yeah, we gotta get the Godless Shrine out there first. We have Exorcise, Not on My Watch at the end. Pretty good stuff. Alright. Leonin Vanguard. Alright. Well, we have the, Not on My Watch can be for the Leonin Vanguard. The Exorcise can be for the big guys that come in. Okay. The Exorcise can be for like the Johnny's Pride Maid or... Yeah, go ahead and exile that. It's good to exile just anything because they want to get them back with Raise the Past. Okay. Rest in peace. The counter to Raise the Past. Alright. Now all they have is life gain, which is still scary. Cool. Elspeth. We talking Elspeth and Rest in Peace, my friend. What you gonna do? Let's make 2 soldiers. They can like get lost. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I would have rather them use the oh. Yeah, that's right. Would have rather them used like a Sheltered by Ghosts, but you know, what are you gonna do? Well, we're wiping the board next turn, so we might as well do that. Day of Judgment, my friend. Yep, that's all it takes sometimes. Good game. Opponent goes first. This could be bad. This could be our first loss. But we're gonna keep it because we have 3 lands. And we do have ways to do stuff. Uh-oh. The seal. Okay. Get in there. Put the double black out first because we have more double black. Deep Cavern Bat. Sure. Pick the Ultima because they have sacrificial lambs. Concealed Courtyard. They know everything. They are going to scry 1 with their Temple of Deceit. The Deep Cavern Bat. Still running wild. Okay. It would be interesting to note that if we get down to 5 life, we can use these for 2 mana. Okay. Alright, we now have the end. We're gonna take all their bats. You know they have more. Alright, they're gonna hit us. We're down to 8. Do we deadly cover up? No, we have to deadly cover up, right? I need this. End the turn. They're going to play... No? Phantom Interference. All right. Auto pay. Oh, they don't even play it. All right. The end, folks. The end. All right, that Essence Scatter is going to rot in their hand. long as I don't commit any more crimes before I draw my other exercise. Yeah, this is the better deal. They have ways to kill your creature, but I need more cards in my hand. Sure. All right. Let's see. Elspeth. Okie doke. Now, we are doing the thing. Two zombies. And make them fly. And attack you. You're down to 9. Cool. I will draw a card. That's pretty dope, man.
Get my hands dirty.
I like that. +1/+1 counter. And we win. Good game. We are on an 8-game win streak. It's gotta end. It's gotta end at some point. I do like this, but no white, so we got a mulligan. And this is actually better. Huh, interesting. Alright. Well, see it to believe it. We've got the Ketramose. We got the Chosen by Valgavoth. Oh no. Not Duress. No, don't Duress me. Okay, Forsaken Miner. That's fine. I'm hoping they don't play, like, a bat. Timeline color. Alright. They're gonna hit me for 4. Here's Ketramose. They probably have something to exile it, which would suck. Sephiroth. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to this creature. Alright. They're going to hit me for a lot here. But they're just going to be hitting Ketramose. Right? Booyah! It does not deal damage to them, so I do not get the... This is lose 1 life, so we will still lose the life. The end, my friend. Boom, boom, boom. Sephiroth is so gone. Do, do, do. Sephiroth is so gone. Now, it should be noted that they will not do damage. They will still do damage to my planeswalkers. So, Forsaken Miner. Oh, chosen by Valgavoth, my friend. I've locked you out, my friend. I've locked you out. Day of Judgment. Trying to get stuff in the graveyard so I can just deadly cover up everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can keep attacking. That's fine. I'm gonna wait another turn. I'm gonna exile something that attack. I need 7 cards in exile. Yeah, 7 or more cards. Do they have the thing? I mean, it's not like we can't win without Ketramose, but this is kind of a cool combo, huh? Uh-huh. Hey, attacking me? Attacking me? Amazing. This is, pretty cool. We're gonna exile. That's 5 cards in exile, and then we start gaining some life. Unless our opponent can exile the Ketramose, like, we just kind of lock them out of the game. Except for, like, what's the other thing? The other thing that whenever a creature dies, they lose 1 life. We lose 1 life, they gain 1 life. Unless we get the rest in peace out, and then they're completely locked. Nothing they can do. Absolutely. Oh. Oh no. Well, that's not good, is it? Well, luckily, we have another Ketramose. Okay. Alright, so... I don't want that used against me. So let's get rid of those. And that. And what was I thinking? Yeah, the Vengeful Blood Witch. Alright. Well, we've literally staved off damage for a long time here. So there is that. Vengeful Blood Witch, sure. Yeah, we're gonna lose, they're gonna gain. I get it. Uh-huh. Alright, let's look at the top 2 cards. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's keep our stuff up here. Uh-huh. I don't know if they understand what Rest in Peace is going to do, but... Sure. And I gained the life, so this is actually awesome. And now that doesn't come back. So... Do this. Do this. And let's make them fly! Now we're back at 20. This is the power of this deck. Do you care to attack me, my friend? They do! Okay, well, we'll block. I will block. Alright, well. And you're dead. Alright, good game, my friend. Good game. You go first, sure. We got the Concealed Courtyard. We got stuff, I guess. I don't know. Just figured I'd keep. Oh no, it's blue. Our loss is happening. Finally. Drake Hatcher. All right. Need to draw those lands though.
Need to draw those lands.
Exile. No counterspell? I would have thought they'd have a counterspell. Okay. What does this do? Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. Gross. Alright, got a little frog in my throat. As I do. Every once in a while. As I do. Alright. Don't know what you are. I would much rather them counter something else rather than a board wipe, so I could use the end. Okay. Get rid of that. One in your hand, and the two in your deck. Hornlocked Well, Kaito, Azure. I don't like this deck. This is kind of scary. They will draw a card. That is something. Drake Hatcher. Land. Nice. Creature can't be blocked by creatures of power 2 or greater. I'm gonna use this. And the Drake Hatcher can go. I have another Eidetic Memory, which is legendary, so they can just draw another card with it. Okay. The Hornlocked Well is what I'm actually really scared of, to be honest. It could stop my Planeswalker from doing stuff. They don't have any counter spells? I would assume they had like tons of counter spells, but nothing yet. Just tapping my creatures, which, whatever. I don't have creatures in my deck. I do make creatures, but I don't have creatures. Have I roped the blue deck? I've forced the blue deck to rope me. That is... That's a new one for me. Oh man, they could have just played the Beastbind. They risk it dying, but they don't know what I have. I could just play the Kaya's Spirit Justice. I'm not going to fire off my Villainous Wealth unless they... It's really just a just-in-case type of situation, Villainous Wrath. Just if my opponent's playing like a million... Like, if they're playing Goblins, Villainous Wrath is like... Well, you have to make it to Villainous Wrath first. But if you do, you're probably going to do a lot of damage. Luckily, the opponent does not have any timeouts, so this will go pretty fast. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I have like a... Like, so every once in a while, I get this, like, phlegm in my chest or whatever, and I start coughing it up, and it's gross, but... Okay. I just don't know why it happens, but it happens. You know, we're human. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're going to make a creature. And we're just gonna keep making creatures, man. Oh, this is a 10/7? Oh my god. They can tap it down, though. As your beast binder. Prof's Eidetic Memory. Okay. Yeah. Ask you first. I never used to do that, I don't think.
You're all done.
Exile. I'll draw a card. Ultima! Alright. Aldo Montoya. Who's Aldo Montoya? Oh, he's a wrestler. I'm trying to think, like... Oh, they're going to draw a lot of cards here. Okay. Unfortunately...
No victim goes unavenged.
I will not be able to Ultima and then make a creature because it ends the turn. That is one of the drawbacks. A lot of times not a drawback, though. But we're going to save the Ultima anyways. Feel like we're going to need it. Another profs. Alright, you just, yeah, just drawing a lot of cards, finding them all. Yeah. Put 3 stun counters on it. We can Villainous Wrath. Freeze in place, sure. I would have done the Ketramose, dude. But they're gonna kill the, alright. That's what you want to do. You kind of have to, right? Like, you go after the Kaya. You always do, yeah. Alright, Kaya's dead. That's fine.
I will stay gone.
Alright, well, I don't want a 5 power creature on the field, so let's just do that. I have a full hand, so I give it to them. They found another Montoya. An Eldo Montoya. No, what's... I'm trying to think of, like, the... Freeze in place, sure. They're going to scry. Then they're going to draw. And they're going to opt. And they're going to draw. Pretty cool combo, I will say. And let's just kill it. It's value. Bring it on into Value Town. We could very much lose this still, though. We're at 24, though. We can Villainous Wrath. We can make creature. We can Villainous Wrath and then make tokens if we need to. My king. That's scary. Okay.
I've got all the intel you need.
Yeah, I mean they've come back. The Mockingbird is something, man.
Found a way in.
If I the end this, is it Mockingbird or Ketramose?
I welcome all allies.
We don't have to find out.
Battle exciting for me. No way.
And we draw. See, I can draw cards too.
Time to wait. Yours will be a fate worse than undeath.
I have more planeswalkers. They're at 24 cards, we're at 39. They're in danger of decking out first. Mockingbird. Okay. They found another one. Yay. Another one. Okay. They're going to stun it again. Okay. They found all of them. I think they're going to deck out, man.
It pays to have connections.
Time to get my hat.
Rise and seize your destiny.
I mean, that's really all I can do. They can make it so it can't block. But they have... No, I can't destroy it. So... They can tap these down and kill one of my planeswalkers. Yeah.
Follow me,
Alright.
Pom-Pom.
Down to 21. They really have to start hitting me, though. I'm at 24. They're at 9. But I can't block it, which means I don't lose my things. So, yeah, they're going to kill something. We already knew that was going to happen. I mean, that is just a thing. Yeah, that's the scariest one because we can get rid of that.
How disappointing.
Okay. They might have a counter spell. Do they have a hard counter? Please don't. Okay.
More heroes for the cause.
They found... they had to have found the... Yeah, they're going to send it back to my hand. Horn-locked whale. Sure. They just
Come on,
hit the
Pom-Pom
wrong
Chan.
one.
Let's go.
I think they just hit the wrong one. What does that do? Okay. Comes land and game. Okay. I guess my turn. And then...
Strike from the heavens.
Okay. Well, they can't do any damage to me anymore.
Chance I lose. They'll never see.
They can kill my Elspeth. Gain a bunch of life.
Still win this war.
Okie doke. I'm definitely going full attack on the Kaito. If they play the Hornlocked Whale, it comes in tapped.
Always have an escape route.
I cannot attack with the Ketramose though. If they send it back to my deck, I'm just dead. In their hand. All right. We know what they have in their hand. It's another Hornlocked Whale. Scry Brian. Sure. Yes, you will attack me, my friend. But you will really just attack Ketramose. Huh? Yeah, buddy. That's, like, come on. I saw this card, and I immediately was like, Ketramose. Like, that was, like, the first thing. Ketramose. That's happening. Let's just look and see if we can find any more planeswalkers. Nope. I'm gonna keep everything up. So now we can block with the Ketramose. As your beast binder. Okay. Is this attacking creature you don't control? Okay, so if I'm blocking, it does not matter. I guess we don't really need to exile everything anymore. Ooh, nice, another Ashiok. Hornlocked Whale. They do draw a card. And we got it, baby! Hell yeah! Okay, just a real quick, I haven't been doing these outros lately, but like, I do want to talk about this for a second. I did not think that Chosen by Valgavoth would be really, like, a game saver, a game ender, a game whatever, VIP. While we didn't see it often, we did see it in a few games. And it was the VIP of those games. I will say that because it saved us like tenfold. The opponent didn't have any way to get rid of the Ketramose. You pretty much have to either send it back to your hand or exile it. If they don't have that, the Chosen by Valgavoth just, oh my god, saved our hides, my friends. So while playing a Planeswalker deck, we didn't really need to have this combo in there. I think it's a pretty cool card and should be further explored for other types of combos and whatnot. Possibly like, I'm thinking like making it hexproof somehow, making Ketramose hexproof. I think we have stuff that make it hexproof in standard, but I think I just wanted to do this outro to say like Chosen by Valgavoth is worth is worth exploring more of in the future. So expect to try to see me break this card in some way. While I know that the opponent can just destroy the enchantment if they need to, I just think it's just a really cool concept to kind of complement the indestructible creatures of the world, you know? So yeah, that's it. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed. What did we go? I think we went on a 10-game win streak. Didn't lose one. I don't know what to say, man. I would play more games to try to lose some, but like, and which I normally do if I do. If I have like if I go on like a win streak like that, I'll purposely look for losses and I'll just be like, you know, I'll only play one more just so I can lose, you know, and just to put it in the video. Because I don't like to just show all wins. Like, it's just, that's just boring and it's very predictable. If you're a YouTube creator that just shows your wins, that's fine. Like, that you do you, that's your content. Like, you are welcome. I just personally don't like to do it myself because I do like to add that little bit of suspense. Like, oh, is he going to get out of this? Is he not going to get out of this? I feel like if you're a YouTube creator that only shows your wins and never your losses, that element just kind of goes out the window and just says, you know, oh, well, he's in a tough spot, but I know he's going to win here, you know, like, but he's not going to lose because we know he doesn't, you know, that's all. I just personally don't like to not show losses. But we actually did get 10 wins in a row there, which might be, I would say, the longest win streak we've had on this channel in a long time. Because I know we've done it before, but it's like they're longer games and it's like 4 wins, you know, like, and there's like, oh, they all equal out to be like an hour. So it's like, you know, if I play one more, I might have lost, you know. But that's, you know, 10 wins. So I don't say this often, but for the people who are like, oh, should I build this deck? Should I waste my wild cards? I would say yes. This is one of those decks where I would suggest spending wild cards. If you have these cards already, makes it even easier. But in this meta, I think this is a really, really, really good deck. Especially what we just saw on the ladder. It was able to handle pretty much everything. It handles artifacts, enchantments, indestructible creatures. Even the opponent that was copying my Ketramose, we were able to withstand that. It was a flying Ketramose, like just natively flying Ketramose. Like, oh my god, you know? And we were able to take care of it a couple times. So, with Liliana, with other things that exile, it's like, I don't know. It's just if you're looking to spend some wild cards, and I know this is quite an expensive deck, as almost every card in here is a rare, except for these 2 here. It's a very, 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 very expensive wild card deck, but if you're going to spend your wild cards on something, I would definitely go with a deck like this. Even if you're not going to make the same exact deck, the Planeswalker deck is still really good. Anything that, and it just destroys the meta too. Like I said, the Rest in Peace takes care of graveyard decks. We can take care of artifact decks, enchantment decks, indestructible creatures. It's just, even in the landfall deck that we were playing against, we were able to exile the ends were really good because all they had was keeping your opponent, keeping your creature indestructible and not hexproof, you know? And even if they had hexproof, we have the Day of Judgment and the Ultima and all that, you know? So we had ways to like take care of everything that was going to hit us in the meta. Even the new cards from the Edge of Eternity set, that there was one mono, I think there was a mono red or a red deck that we played, where the guy put out a creature, the haste creature with warp, and we were able to just not on my watch it immediately. Like we were just able to just answer everything our opponents had, and I think that was lending itself well to the 10 wins. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos to come. And let me know what your Planeswalker deck looks like in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Peace out, and have a wonderful day.